Welcome to the Explainer. So, if you're managing a digital presence today, whether that's for a massive global brand or just your own personal blog, you definitely know about a very specific, honestly, very frustrating pain point that's keeping digital marketers up at night. For years now, we've basically been forced to treat our online ecosystems like they're completely separate planets. You've got your website strategy way over here and your social media strategy way over there. But as we're going to see today, the line between those two worlds, it's just been completely erased. Seriously, ask yourself, are you tired of tracking your digital presence in silos? Because let's be real, your audience certainly isn't consuming your content in silos. Think about it. A user might search for a product on Google, click through to watch a quick TikTok review, bounce over to check out the brand's Instagram, and then finally actually visit the website. It's one single fluid journey. And yet, traditionally, we've had to jump between like 5 different analytics dashboards just to figure out if our overall search and content strategy is actually working. We've literally been flying blind when it comes to how Google interacts with our social channels. Okay, let's dive into this, because we're looking at a massive fundamental shift in how we do reporting. The old way basically meant your website SEO was completely walled off from your social analytics. I mean, sure, you knew exactly what people typed into Google to find your .com, but your social pages, complete black box for search traffic. Well, the new way completely rewrites the rules. It gives us this unified search performance view all in a single dashboard. You finally get to see exactly how your entire digital footprint is performing on the world's largest search engine. Section 1. Enter the unified view. Search Console Insights. So back in December 2025, Google officially started pulling performance data from Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube directly into Search Console. To really understand the why behind this massive update, we just need to look at this quote from Hillel Maus. He's the Search Ecosystem Engineering Manager at Google, and he notes that this update perfectly aligns with users who are increasingly drawn to different types of content formats and social media platforms. Google is paying attention, you guys. They recognize that when people search today, they don't just want a boring wall of text. They want a snappy TikTok tutorial, an Instagram reel, or a YouTube video. Google is adapting its search results to feature these formats, and now they're finally giving site owners the actual data to match that new reality. Moving right along to Section 2, 5 powerful new metrics. So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, the update unlocks 5 distinct new metric categories right inside your Search Console Insights report. We're getting total reach, content performance, search queries, audience location, and additional traffic sources. Let's do a rapid-fire overview of each of these 5 new powers and see how they're going to completely change the way you report your monthly numbers. First up is total reach. This metric tracks the total clicks and impressions, driving traffic directly from Google Search over to your social channels. Just imagine being able to see exactly how many thousands of impressions Google generated for your latest Instagram post, and exactly how many people clicked straight through to it. It finally quantifies in hard numbers the sheer volume of visibility that Google is bringing to your social growth. Now, once you know your overall reach, you obviously need to know what's driving it. And that's where content performance comes in. This takes things a level deeper. It identifies your top-performing social channel pages and actually tracks which ones are trending up or down. This brilliantly illustrates exactly which specific posts are gaining traction in search results over time. So if a YouTube video you posted 6 months ago suddenly spikes in Google search, or maybe an X thread goes viral organically, you're going to see it reflected right here. It basically allows you to double down on the exact social content that Google's algorithm happens to love right now. Now, what's really interesting to look at here is discovering how people are actually finding that top-performing content, search queries. This reveals the exact terms leading users to your social profiles. For years, social media managers have just had to guess what keywords drive discovery on external search engines. But now, the guessing game is totally over. You get the actual queries. You can discover exactly what users are typing into Google to find your specific TikToks or YouTube Shorts. I mean, this is absolutely incredible for reverse engineering your social captions and hashtags for Google SEO. And beyond what they're searching, you also need to know where they are searching from. Audience location breaks down the top countries where users are clicking on your social channels, specifically from Google search results. This geographic data is absolutely vital. It helps you understand if your social content is ranking and resonating differently in various regions across the globe. Like, maybe your website is super popular in the US, but your TikToks are actually dominating Google search in the UK. Now you can track all of that right from Search Console Insights. Finally, we have additional traffic sources. This tracks the clicks your site and your social channels receive from places like Google Image Search, Video Search, News Search, and Google Discover. It really captures the entire holistic search ecosystem. It proves that search is way more than just those standard 10 blue links on a web page. It's highly visual, it's highly dynamic, and now you have the actual metrics to track the whole shebang. All right, Section 3, how the rollout works. Now, you're probably wondering how you can get your hands on all this juicy data. Well, it's really important to set some expectations here because this is an experimental feature and it's currently on a limited initial rollout. You can't just go into Search Console today and manually paste your TikTok or Instagram link to force the integration. Step 2 is the crucial bottleneck here. Your channels must be auto-identified by Search Console. Google has to algorithmically connect the dots between your verified website and your social properties. If they make that connection, you'll reach Step 3, where you'll see a prompt pop up inside the Insights report asking you to add those specific social channels to your dashboard. So a little bit of a waiting game for now. And that brings us to Section 4, the future of search. Let's zoom out for a second. So the crucial point is that search is evolving right before our very eyes. By putting social data right next to website data, Google is making a profound statement. Social content is becoming a first-class search result. They're actively breaking down the wall between traditional web pages and social media platforms. Your overall search performance is now an amalgamation of absolutely everything you publish everywhere. Which brings us to a massive, provocative question to leave you with today. If Google is actively tracking your TikToks, your YouTube videos, your X posts, and your Instagram Reels like their standard web pages inside of Search Console, is social media the new SEO? Think about it. It completely blurs the line between being a social media manager and an SEO specialist. It's something every single digital creator needs to ponder as they unify their future marketing strategies. Keep an eye on those Search Console insights for your prompt. Start thinking about your digital presence as one unified ecosystem. And hey, thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.